Oh, something's gonna happen, that's for sure. Oh God. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to the video village. We have a new Lorna Shore, which is so exciting. It's called Oblivion. I'm really stoked to check this out. I've covered quite a bit of Lorna Shore's videos in the past on the channel, so definitely check those out after you've watched this one. If you're new here to the channel, my name is Manon the Reeper. I'm a filmmaker. I do a lot of horror, science fiction. I also work in the documentary space as well. And here on the channel, I do one of my favorite things in the world, which is look at music videos. A lot of, metal music videos. I'm a longtime metalhead and love taking a look at some of my favorite bands here and kind of following along the ride with, for example, Lorna Shore. So I'm definitely really excited to check this one out. You can also join me on Patreon, where I share my monthly short stories, which are horror, sci-fi. I've been really enjoying sharing some of my short stories with you, so if that's something you're interested in. Like, for example, last month I shared a short story where someone is afraid to fall asleep after they have woken up during a surgery. Well, they didn't quite wake up. Their body didn't wake up, but their mind woke up. So all sorts of crazy things happen and they don't know quite what's real and what isn't. It's really creepy. So if that's something you would dig, go check it out. In the meantime, let's go take a look at Lorna Shore's new video for Oblivion. Let's go. So cinematic already, wow. Cool drone shots. Oof. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh. Ah. Something's gonna happen, that's for sure. Oh God. Okay, so this video is 8 minutes. I'm not gonna interrupt it too often because otherwise we'll never make it through, but wow. I'm so excited at how incredibly cinematic this looks. Incredible. Okay, so let's take a look. We open on this really grim part where they're dragging this body, and it feels like foreshadowing for something that's gonna happen later in the video. I might be wrong, but that's what I'm feeling so far. And we have these really stunning, really yellow tinged drone shots of, where would this be? It feels very Arizona, Utah kind of area. Let me know if you know where this was filmed. Really beautiful canyons. This is looking so creepy. It looks really real. And I guess it's because of how dark the blood is. Sometimes blood has a tendency to look too bright. Almost looks like paint, And here it's really quite dark and sort of blotchy, and it's in her hair, and it's really quite unsettling how real it looks. So that definitely freaked me out a little. So then we find the band that's basically here at this canyon, sort of around sunset. What a beautiful setting. Really love how they're sort of spaced apart. And we have Will sort of like doing his thing on one of these hilltops. And we can clearly see that this was filmed with an anamorphic lens because we have a very prominent horizontal flare from the sun here. So that's a dead giveaway for anamorphic, which it gives it that really cinematic look. So it looks really beautiful. Also really helps that they were here at like golden hour. It looks a little bit Western, also in the color grade with all the yellows, really beautiful. This shot also really stood out to me. This is, you know, they rigged a camera, maybe a GoPro, to this shovel here. So we're sort of like a first-person perspective of this shovel, which is so surreal. And I love sort of this weird motion blur here in the background. That's so cool. And then looks like they're burying maybe the girl here. Very creepy. And then we go to this room and I was like, wow, this is so wildly different in tone and color from the other space, the outdoor space where we were. Absolutely love all of the lighting here. So let's take a look. We have a blue light here. We have like an orange light in frame here. And we have something else that's sort of warm. He is lit with a blue light, which might be the same as this one. Then in the background here, we have some green. They have these tarps here, which are really coloring and which is giving it a really dreamlike effect. Absolutely think that's so cool. Who has a room like that though, with all of these tarps? Like, that looks really kind of freaky. So there's all sorts of weird old devices here, again with all these colorful lights. It's possible that they shot this during the day, but tried to make it look like it was night. And they really did accomplish that by either, you know, darkening these here or putting up more of these colored tarps here or gels. And a gel is basically what we call a piece of plastic that we put in front of a light to give it a different color. Looking very, very cool. Absolutely love the set design here. And what's this then? Because it looked like it wobbled. Like it was like organic. Ooh, really kind of like grossed me out. But maybe I'm off. And then we have all these beautiful shots here of this guy, and it feels like he's going through some sort of metamorphosis. I don't know what his relationship is with the other dude. Maybe his dad? Or like a, I don't know, a stranger. Another fantastic shot. This could be a painting or something. Like, it's so cool. Love the lighting here. Really, really, really nice. Love the sort of jagged edges on these tarps here too. It gives it so much texture. And then, we're outside with him now. Wonderful shot here too. It's like, it feels like we're sort of watching from the inside. And then he drops this. I don't even know what this is. What is that? Like some sort of breathing device? Ooh. Oh, so it was him watching. And I see some ducting here as well. It's like, is he maybe in some sort of environment that he shouldn't go out of? You know how sometimes some people have like an immune disease where they can't go outside because they might get infected? And maybe this is like his safe space. And he finally goes outside. His dad is now kind of scared for what's going to happen to him. And maybe that's why he starts throwing up. It's a very violent reaction, but who knows? This is my mind interpreting what's happening. I could be totally off. Either way, absolutely loving what's happening here so far. What a cool video so far. Okay, now I'm going to play it for a bit and then I'll come back to you. Cool. Ooh, or maybe it's like a dystopia. Yes. Wow. Oh no. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Damn. Okay, so it wasn't a disease. This is like a dystopian sci-fi kind of situation. And if you know me a little bit, that's one of my favorite genres. Like horror, dystopian sci-fi is what I'm all about. As a matter of fact, on my Patreon, you can actually read one of my short stories where someone has to survive on an abandoned aircraft carrier because the air outside got toxic. And I think this is kind of the same thing where the air has gotten toxic and they have to survive. And that's why they have this, this home that they've, somehow airproofed from the outside. And the kid wants to breathe the air and goes outside and he dies pretty violently very quickly. So the air must be really, really bad. And then we have all these beautiful locations. Wow, I'm so impressed. And it looks so good. Okay, so he dies and it's not good. And then we kind of see this device he's wearing for the first time. I love how everything is shot sort of at this golden hour. The sun is really low. Sort of at the same time that the band is performing here, sort of around the same time. And the color grading is really exquisite. It's sort of oddly washed out, yet, yellows and oranges are really, really saturated. It looks really cool. And so he drags him to be buried as well, right? And now instead of on the shovel, we're in the grave. Great shot. And then we cut to the interior again, where he sort of mourns over the guy and his guitar. And then what have we done? Maybe they're referring to destroying the climate. It's really beautifully shot. It's really nice. Very, very cinematic. I love the prop design here of this, whatever it is that they're wearing here. And here I was like, oh yes, we're sort of in the road space. Let me know if you've seen The Road, but when I saw this, I was like, we're right there. It really reminds me of The Road with Viggo Mortensen. It's, based on a book. And it sort of had that yellow tinged look as well. And that one is like sort of dystopian sci-fi / horror as well. So I'm not quite sure like where this is going to go, if it's really going to lean into the horror side of things. So far, it's just like exploring all of these abandoned locations, which again, I love. I love abandoned buildings, and I've been working for a couple of years now on a short film, filming abandoned locations around the world. So it's something I absolutely adore. So I was just appreciating all of these locations that they have here, like this one here, and it looks so nice and crisp. Just beautiful. The lighting is really, really good. And I love the lights that we have from his mask, which puts us into sort of the future. This one's also just stellar. Absolutely love this, and this car here, and everything's like looking so shitty. Also wanted to point out this shot. It's so good. Look at that light. Ah, beautiful. And the cuts are so nice. Oh, I didn't expect I'd be gushing so much. And then we have all these sort of memories from, you know, them together, sort of looking back. And then I absolutely love this sequence where he takes off his mask and quickly eats something to make sure he doesn't actually like die. Ah, that was haunting. Very, very, very nice. And then he is like messing around with all these vials. Maybe because he's been outside to kind of try and I don't know if this maybe like very curious. And then we have this great shot. I mean, this feels very Last of Us as well. I'm not caught up on the second season of The Last of Us, so don't put any spoilers in, but it's really reminding me of the first season of The Last of Us. Love that. I don't know if there's going to be zombies or not. I'd be surprised. But then, you know, we actually see someone else with a flashlight and he starts running. And it's really quite creepy. And he finds this couple here who've died with like more old school gas masks, which apparently aren't sufficient. Really love all these details. It really, like, there's a lot of world here. A lot of locations as well, which we don't normally get in music videos, which is what really adds to this feeling quite so cinematic. Incredible. And then this shot. Absolutely love this. It's so pretty. So definitely in sunset space now. And look at that. Look at the sky. It's so pretty. It's reflecting so nicely on this old abandoned train here. Which again, what a great location to film. I don't know if he's in the train now or in some sort of other building. But let's continue playing here because I feel like this is right around where I left off. So let's go. I'm so intrigued and excited to see what's coming in this story. Oh, it is a train. Oh, that must be the woman we saw at the start. Whoa. Oh no. Brutal. Oh man, that's so intense. Oh no. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh no. Oh, he did get stabbed. Oh. Oh. Wow. Well done. Incredible. Oh, I'm just completely blown away. That was so beautiful. And that fight was so gnarly. Like, it felt really brutal and visceral. My goodness. That's so impressive. Before I dig into some of the video, I just wanted to quickly go over some of the credits here and just really give some love to the work that the people did here. So it's directed by Dylan here, and I'm just so impressed by the vision that went into this, and so creative. Really, really, really cool. Written by Dylan and Taegan, cinematography by Jeremy. That looked exceptional. Like, props. Really beautiful, beautiful lighting. So some credits to our gaffer Matt here as well. Great drone shots specifically of the band, right? Because they were performing and the drone kept like moving around them. Oh, Taegan was also their art director. Looked great. So an art director is in charge of all of the art department. So the set, the look of the set, as well as the props. So all of that. And I don't see a specific prop maker here, so it's very possible that they made all that themselves between Taegan and the art assistants. So well done. And then the special effects makeup, which would be your blood and your bruises, also looking really creepy. As I said, it looks very realistic. Well done. And then obviously we had some real stunts here, like big stunts, like the fight. Just fantastic work. I don't think they had any stunt performers, so it must have been the people themselves. Let me see. Nope. So this is the people that were in this, and I don't think that was there was any stunt performers there. So everyone did their own stunts. Well done. It looked really, really good. And it's not easy to do a fight like that and make it look as brutal and visceral as this one did. So well done. And then the editor is the director, which I always love to see when a director is really involved in post-production as well. I love editing my own stuff. Color grading, as I said, it looked great. And I love the VFX as well. Like we saw some blood splatter and stuff. That's always VFX. And there were some other little things too. So what an excellent job by everyone involved here. I'm really, really, really impressed. This was fabulous. Let's look at some more of these highlights here. This woman, I think, is the woman that he was dragging in the opening, right? Really, really gnarly. So she must have been like a dream. Hallucination. I don't know at that point, like he wasn't doing well, I think. So really loving this prop here. They did such a cool job with the neon lighting, and it looks like it's just some tubes here, and like it looks like it's sort of handmade, very realistic, I suppose, for like this sort of setting. And then this fight, very well choreographed, not just in the fight itself, but also filming it, because it really did feel really gnarly. And I loved the moments that they chose to kind of go back to the band, because it really sort of increased the tension, because I was like, I want to see what's happening. And then we kept cutting back to the band. So great pacing in that regard. And it also fitted well with what was happening in the music, where it really went really dark. We had our breakdown, and you know, he gets stabbed, and it's like, oh, I was so shocked that happened. So the guy is actually now dying, and then he almost dies right there. But then, you know, the tables turn and he starts stabbing this guy, and then it cuts to this memory of the woman dying. And I suppose that, you know, it really makes him go even crazier. Wow. Some really cool story choices there. And this was just brutal. He was just stabbing and stabbing. And then again, we cut back, and then the blood was going everywhere. Again, that was very realistic. I don't know if that was if they had like these fake blood bags on set, because it felt a little more visceral than VFX blood would. So that's really cool. Wow, just look at that. It was just gnarly. So here we can actually see some of the VFX blood. So here he stabs him and then he takes out the knife and then the blood appears. And that to me looks like VFX blood, right? So very cool effects. But then he is covered by it. And that has the right shade, you know, for blood. It's looking just really gnarly. And then he finds this picture of this guy's kid and it's like very emotional, very dark. Great storytelling here without any dialogue. Like we know exactly what's happening here, and that's what I love. I love telling stories without dialogue, so really well done. And then, you know, his, I suppose, wife sort of guiding him towards his death, you know. And he stumbles to this beautiful lake here again. Beautiful shot, beautiful color grading. Absolutely love this. So gnarly. And we have quite a bit of camera movement here as well. So it feels like we're right there with him. And he undresses and we know what that means. You know, it felt so inevitable. Man. Yeah. Just beautiful. And then was it me or were his eyes turning sort of more blue as he was dying? Yeah, he opened his eyes again and then all of a sudden they were sort of blue. Wow, that's so creepy. Oh, now we need more in this world, obviously. Oh, incredible. What a great video. Man, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I would love to know your thoughts and what you felt watching this, because this was very impactful. I mean, we know that Lorna Shore loves doing these really emotional, very deep videos, very personal, but I felt like this was the more cinematic one that we've seen so far that's really taking us into like movie realm. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments, please. Let me know if you know anything else that, or maybe anything that I missed here. I'd love to know where this was shot. And in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video so we reach more people. Check me out on Patreon. And I hope to see you on the next one. Peace.